Hello boys, my name is Koyoshi, and welcome back to my 100% playthrough of Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition for Nintendo Switch. We last left off doing something a bit interesting and going through the hardest map in the game, the Lorule map. Little bit by bit, we are trying to go through it. There's quite a few stuff to do here still, but anyways... This looks familiar. We're into another all-tax or devastating mission. It's not like we've done this like hundreds of times. At this point, it's become really easy. In fact, I actually have a new strategy for I actually haven't tested this before, so I'll see if this works. I don't know. It's just, you're normally not supposed to use fairy magic during these battles, and they might actually block it off. Okay, no, they don't. I don't actually want to use it right away, by the way. I think it'll be easier if I kill some enemies first, so that more of them show up, and then do it later. So, with that in mind, let's go back to our usual strategy for this, which is the bow and arrow. Oh, and it's the big blends. If I remember correctly, they are probably one of the most worstest captains to deal with. But anyways, I'm going to show off a new strategy, potentially new strategy. I don't know if this will actually work. I've never actually tested it, but I'm going to try using fairy magic. Because they die from pretty much everything. So if they get hit, does that mean that they'll technically die? No. Okay, it does not work. That's what I thought. Okay, so you can't cheese them with fairy magic. What's funny is they almost die in one hit, but not close enough, I guess. No, it's fine. It's not like we need that or anything. For these particular missions, if you had Hard Worker, these would be really easy, but we've gotten to the point where if we take hit, we're probably screwed out of the A rank anyways, so we're gonna do stuff using other things. And because this is big blends, of course we're not going to let them attack at all. Doing anything besides a bow and arrow on them in particular can get very hard to properly do. And of course defense doesn't really do anything either, meaning it takes 2 hits to kill, because since it takes 2 hits to kill them anyways, it doesn't really matter what you do. But yes, so the worst thing about big blends, that isn't even from other stuff, is they in themselves are both a ranged attack and an area of effect attack. Instead of just doing damage normally, they actually do damage in an area around them, which can get really annoying because if you take even a single bit of damage, you'll be fine. At least fairy magic's not too useless because, as you see, there's still lots of weaker troops in the way. If we use that, we can at least take them out partially. Of course, I say that, and not a single one of them has died yet. But again, since we aren't blocked from using items, once again, pretty easy missions. Not really a problem at this point, with all the stuff we can do. If you had Twilight Minda, assume don't get trolled. At least for the easier captains, if you had Twilight Minda, it'd be even easier because you could just knock everyone away. It'd be surprisingly easy. Can't use Twilight Minda in this fight due to the thing requiring something else for A rank, so we'll just take that and move on. But yes, currently right now I'm working towards wherever the level 3 for Yuga is, which is located here. Though I think it might actually... yeah, I think I might actually have to go here. That's what I'm thinking will happen. But before we do that, There is, I guess, an item on the other side which has the ice rod that I could go for as well. But anyway, I'm gonna do this battle next though, because it blocks a hired element later from us doing stuff. Alright, so this is one of our difficult levels again, with it requiring 1600 KOs to finish. The only thing we need to clear out is the Central Hall boss key, which is very close to our starting position. Alright. Tail fish you faster, you could say, but I don't think I've ever seen him say that before. That's just quite interesting. Well, since we have to clear this keep, I think we may as well go for it first. Alright. Oh, it's capture all the keeps. But keeps I need to capture include stuff other than the ones I'm actually going for, which is a bit annoying. Okay. The only thing I'm doing here is killing the hero captains, since they tend to be a bit more difficult to take out than the other captains, and besides, troops anyway. I think we chose the right to put it. Yeah, you definitely did, Youngling. Don't mess with Sheik. Destroy you. Okay. Yes, I'm trying to do that. It's not easy to do when you have other archers heavy for you as well. And this whole thing is a solo issue with it itself, which is a bit annoying. And Ravio showed up again. Like how he still, for some reason, it calls him Link, which is really strange. It's probably one of the weirdest errors that the save has made in a while. And the rogue choices haven't even appeared yet. That's odd. Okay. It's really hard to get magic, but I'm not sure if I'll be able to get it or not. Oh wait, no, I could get it from the Grash, maybe. You think Grash is kind of silly to go for, but when you're going for magic, you'll often go for almost anything, including the grass, because the grass is yet another way to get magic. Unfortunately, as you can see, it's also incredibly random, whether or not you actually get it or not. And I'm doing that just so I don't have to freaking use another magic fountain on top of this, because I'd rather wait. Alright, Draviel's now on our side. Good to hear. Okay, now they finally spawned in. They foes that were kind of weirded out before, now they have finally spawned in. And because we already got the boss key off, so we can go straight in for the boss. Fortunately, she's not actually close enough. To barrier, so I'm pushing her out so that she can be in the barrier. Died before the weak point smash even happened, and we have a Goma now to take out. Probably should have gotten the other owl, but at least getting one of them is still good, because we can at least come kind of close to them. Alright. Just using that so she doesn't wake up between attacks. Well, we needed that anyways to take him out, so I may as well use that. I worked out, despite not getting a second weak point smash on Gilna there. And this allows us to lock in our spot of the map, too. Probably the biggest thing that you have to do on this map is you have to first play for the first part of the map. Left side, to unlock the right side. And that's where things really get tricky. You have to, you can't even use the thing in the wall painting like I initially. Because you need to first finish that zone off and only then can you warp. It'll also tell you where the fissures are if you haven't found one. Oh, solo. For solo, but I need the hook shot from this map, so I need to get it too. So, yeah, I guess we're using Ravio, who now has the nice hammer, so that's perfectly fine by me. I'm just hoping I don't get through, but we should be fine. We've already done lots of supposedly harder levels on this map a couple of times. Alright. It's not regular. I mean, not... Oh, it's this one again. It's begun in various locations again, has it? Has it? Okay. We should probably do something about that. Kinda just went for that. Oh, there's a bad keep on the middle. Oh, this time we have Goron Captains at our side, so instead of Holly and Captain screaming, it'll be Goron Captain screaming. I mean, instead. They're still annoying, but for me, they're not quite as annoying as the freaking Holly and Captain, because on top of that, they also have a really obnoxious song that plays whenever they at least this one sounds a bit better. I'm not just saying that, it's just, I've heard Holly and Captain's voice so many times now, it's just gotten freaking obnoxious to hear that every 15 seconds. That's the one, that'd probably be the only thing I hate about this game, is that some voice lines could just get really obnoxious after a while. And that part I'm not making up, it is actually legit, and we have a Yuga to take out as well. As far as I'm aware, this Humble Free is probably the best. Alright. Alright. A pumpkin we already have, but it is really close to our own base S if we want to go back and get it later. And we'll have to warp there anyways at some point. This keep is completely empty. Oh, this one just died on its own. Convenient, I guess, in a way. The most important one I want to get off is right over here. Somehow our own forces actually got a job done this time, instead of dying immediately like other enters. And we've seen Tetra tons of times now all of a sudden. That is late into the DLC portions of this map. Or DLC portions of what is supposed to be a DLC of the third of Hyrule Warriors Legends. I'm just gonna go and get it now. I probably could have gotten it right off the bat, but I didn't want to waste time getting it this early. So I'll get it there instead. Just to show everybody where it is, I guess. As far as I'm aware, I probably do have to unlock all the food at least once. But, do I actually have to get all food in all the maps? Probably not, because it respawns over time anyway. The only thing I really have to clear out is fairies, and I can't necessarily clear that out immediately. Instead, I have to clear it out over time. Because Ravi is the level 3 weapon, it's actually pretty reasonable to get stuff with him much more easily. Without it, it's much more difficult. Oh, alright, now time for this. Delay on that animation there. Oh, we have a Sia to take out as well. Oh, she got up immediately. Sometimes I feel like I get extreme crush use more often. At least this one I can punish. The others I can't. What I mean by that is actually get a weak point break off of her after doing this. Alright, C is gone. Simple enough. The only reason we're doing this actually, other than the items, is for the hook shot. Because they need that for a different map. And we'll need the ice rod at some point for another map on top of that. So eventually we're going to have to go right to get that. But before I do anything else, I want to try and get Yuga's level 3 weapon. And then his level 4 weapon will also be available kind of close. So I guess I can get that too. The biggest thing I'm focusing on right now, as you are not already aware of, is I'm going to try and power up Rabio and Yuga as early as I possibly can. Just as I thought. Okay, that's the one that takes us to the Yuga level 3 spot. So we first have to go down instead. I need to check this time. Do I have a hammer? Yeah, okay, so I only need the fire rod and ice rod now. It opens up adjacent maps. The ice rod allows us to remove blockers that would otherwise prevent us from playing levels altogether. But anyway, we're doing this. Hunt down and defeat your foes. This one, huh? Force solo with baton. Not like I care. I can just use a better character, like say this here. It's just way easier then. Oh, why did I do it? I need to actually switch. I like how this one says, oh, you're supposed to defeat this by using... I honestly don't care about the bomb chew in this one. Because if you're really good at this game, you can just beat the enemies on your own anyway. Because we're so strong at this fight, we could just do tons of damage and kill all the bosses anyway. See, just like that, he's gone. Okay. Just get slapped like multiple times. I kind of already showed off how you use the bomb chew, and it really isn't that different. Okay, on Imprison, I might actually need that. Actually, yeah, hang on. For Imprisoned, I might actually need that. Because Imprisoned's already a pretty difficult boss. I know I could usually defeat it really quickly, but a boss that already has a lot of health, it might be better to just purposely make sure that I can advance the bomb chew towards the actual character. Because this does a set amount of damage to them. So yeah, look at that. For Imprison in particular, I just thought it would be easier to do it that way, because Imprison has way too much health otherwise. Yeah. And then another bomb chew's going over there. Funnily enough, that wasn't enough to weak point break him, but this will be. Alright. Oh, I like how there's now a healer coming in, and yeah, now that's too late, you see. Okay, I'm gonna use this on him to weaken him first. Alright, I have to wait for him to do other stuff first. Alright. Barely got the quick kill on him. There's also a Phantom Ganon there as well. Let it be known. There was also a Phantom Ganon in there. I need to make sure, by the way, this is actually the right map I'm going to. Because if I suddenly find myself not in a different map, then I might be a bit sued as to how to actually get there. Generally, the map will just take you to the spot where you are supposed to be. But sometimes, yeah, things can happen. I think that is actually what's happening here. Let's see, when I had to actually count this. Each chute actually opens to He2, which is all the way on the other side instead. Wait, so that means if I'm doing stuff right, then it's actually over here instead. Oh well, I have the hook shot. I can use it still. So let's do that, I guess. Alright, we're using the hook shot now here, I guess. I guess it is closer to the easier side of the map, so it makes more sense to go this way. I just thought it looked a little bit differently, which just shows how little I know about this map. Most of this is technically, as you could already see, a blind playthrough in a way, so I don't know exactly where to advance through all the maps. And I'm not going for 4 weapons as early as I could be going, simply because I wanted to get the harder stuff out of the way first to mainly power up Yuga and other characters. And then once I do that, I'm probably going to start using different characters again. But until then, I'm kind of just going to do other stuff. Oh, also, I should have just looked at this. It tells you exactly what fissures connect to which squares, so it tells you which squares you actually have to clear to get through different fissures in the game. So I think I should start heading for those squares first, so I can open up other spots of the map, make it a bit easier. I didn't see where I went. Oh, just the same spot, and whoops. Try that again. There we go. Now I selected right. Got a weak point break, Ursa is just gonna retreat anyway, for no reason or another. Could be kind of tricky, by the way, to see it actually get your combo 2 off properly. It's not easy. Whenever they do that, preparing to summon a giant boss, that always scares me. It's not like we're gonna see it, but I feel here the worst that it might be a difficult boss. Knew it. I haven't a single enemy down there, which means this seductress was gonna be hiding our friend Yuga or Lana, and Lana's gonna be hiding on one of the top 2 spots. Yeah, in fact, since it's the last Stelmer, that will have to be the hiding Yuga. Because otherwise it'd be really stupid. Since he's this, I'm gonna use Extreme Crush on him to make him a bit quicker. I just realized I don't even need to use I'd Smash on some of these, or Magic Fountain Plus, rather. Wait, if that one's moving towards us, does that mean they're not saying that that can't be the hiding Lana by default? This one probably has to see it. That's what and yeah, that's what I figured. They wouldn't want to reveal their position that early, so I think they would try and do things different. Oh, that works. Even though we didn't actually hit the weak point sash we wanted to. It's not like we need it though. She already has a lot of bubbles and her best weapon, which really makes this fast. Having extra strong weapons really makes these maps way quicker. It's that's the main reason why I'm here so early, is to get level 4+ weapons for all the characters. Which we should check if there is one we can kind of get early. That's in a decent spot, that's not too far away. And try and get that before doing anything else. We also need to consider actually powering up those weapons of our characters soon, or later. Sooner rather than later. I'm gonna get rid of all the Hylian crests. Those are bull crap anyways. I'd rather not have those. When I have her best weapon. Okay, this one's gonna... Now we need to take out this. Alright. We need 12 other KOs on this one. I'm just gonna keep using CI, I don't care. We could maybe chic a bit too. But anyway, another speedrun one, pretty much. Just get 12 other KOs as fast as possible and then finish off the map. Simple as that. Looks like it might be keep capture. Just from the way it's set up. Think it, yeah, control 6 keeps. Knew it. Knew it, knew it, knew it. If I could just kill certain keep saboteurs, they'll never really take out our other keeps, and also... Now that I know what to do with more of a speedrun, I think I could do this a bit quicker, because instead of just going for the regular troops, I'm just gonna take the keeps right away. Yeah, this might not work, but I take the keeps so fast, I don't have as much time to take stuff. So by the time I'm done with this, it'll probably be too late for them, and they'll already be gone or something else. Oh, and anyways, we get powerful captains of our own when we take them. Okay. We do still need KOs. So we're gonna send Sia down there. Use Magic Fountain Plus with you as well to get the other KOs. Now every allied force is very strong, apparently. Actually, I think I don't need any more. Oh, hello. Because I did this so... Oh, wow. Okay. So because I did this so fast... Minna hasn't appeared yet, so the base hasn't opened yet. It's kind of just stalling. Okay, now the enemy commander is opened up to us. Alright. Let's see if this will be enough. Yeah, I knew it. Don't need Extreme Crush if she just does that for me. Now attack very quickly. Sounds like Lana wants to get taken out or what. Oh, we had the rally captain thing again, but it's too late for that. We already killed Lana. If we had killed her a bit quicker, we could have probably skipped that text box or whatever. Care, I just want to get this over with, obviously. The only reason why I'm getting Ravio and Yuga's level 3 weapons first is simply because they have more spots to collect than any other enemy in the entire game, and so they can be kind of tricky to use if you don't have their level 3 weapons. So I am getting their level 3 weapons simply so that they are usable. So let's start stuff in here. I think there's lots of stuff that is trying to force us to use our characters, but we're just like, no, I'm not going to use that character. Instead, I'm going to use stuff like perhaps Sia. Yeah, and that stuff. How about that, game? Alright. I'm just gonna do this one normally this time. Oh, what are you doing walking away? Oh, come back here so I can destroy you. Alright. Oh, that's the one I want. Weekend, but whatever. I guess I'll just go for them. Sometimes it takes way too long, by the way, for the delicious excerpts to get over there. Right? Because if you could take out the bosses really quickly, you don't really need to use stuff like the Delicious Expert to help you out. They're really just an extra thing needed mainly for beginner players that aren't able to use the same strength on their characters to just straight up take out the elements. And what I mean by that, simply using lower level characters. They have that problem. I'm just gonna use this. Ah! Kept on getting the wrong attack there for a split second. Probably should have used this, but whatever. We'll use this first. Then we'll swap to bring him back up. That's really cool that you could just bring him back up for no reason or another by using a specific combo. So I figured out that other combo that you just saw come out before the Dark Link one comes out if you're too late on the press to make the special appear. Normally it's pretty easy to time, but sometimes it can be really tricky. Usually it's not too bad. I've gotten a bit better at it. Simply just by using Seal a lot, I've been able to get that up better. Alright. Oh, and we need the Sand Rod. No, not even that, the Tornado Rod. Don't have enough Tornado Rods, so we're gonna get more. I don't mind using Unlink, by the way, he's already pretty strong. Oh, it's a turncoat mission. Oh, good gravy. It's a turncoat mission. The best, not really. I don't like them, obviously, because they're super annoying to do. I'm probably gonna start doing a mixed strategy with Unlink where I just don't use magic necessarily right off the bat, instead using other stuff until I get the keep stuff on, of course. Okay, so since we have to capture pretty much all the keeps, may as well start doing that first. And yes, defeat enemies and traitors alike means they turncoats, and we have to kill them all. Because it's pretty difficult to do normally, it's easier to just take out every single keep that you know about. And then... yeah. Okay, good. One of them did not have... the first one didn't have it. I actually didn't want that one to have it, because then I would have to go back a bit. Okay. Here's one. Because we're already still pretty strong, we don't necessarily need our magic focus spear, rather, to defeat them. That'd be better to use it to take out the other troops. Alright. Number 1. Number 2, rather. I'll take out this Fi just to make sure she doesn't do anything too bad. Okay, I don't think there's a turncoat leader there. The only thing we need for Aerie stuff or whatever is actually only in the enemy base, meaning we can just go straight for all the turncoats. Completely ignore everything else and probably still win. Just as I thought. Now in a minute we'll probably get the second wave of traders, because it's very rare for them to not do that at least once. Hello, a bunch of them just appeared. I like how this one actually corrects this. Oh, yep, there it is. Now we get the iconic text box, which will appear in probably a minute. Turncoat soldiers are decimating Yuga's forces. Oh, are they really? Well, if I could take out the leaders, I could solve that problem, huh? Okay, so they weren't in that other area, so now they're... now we have to defeat this last area. And I figure, like I said, since we already have to capture all the keeps anyways, no need to take out the regular troops. Just taking the keeps alone should give us enough. Okay, now we just have to wait for the leader to actually appear. Now he is. What's funny is they're mislabeled as turncoat leaders in this, which is really strange, because they're supposed to be single or on their own single on their own, rather. But for some reason they didn't do that, and I forgot to show his animation. I don't care. There's multiple Ravios we're still fighting. We can always see it later. Interesting definition Raphael has there. A noise too as well. Alright. Okay. Now we get Yuga's actual level 3 weapon, which will probably require actually using him this time. Yep, here we go. Or not. I guess we could use someone else. So, may as well do that. We're gonna use Sheik instead. Because why not? Just... anytime we don't have to use Yuga, it's perfectly fine by me. Once we get the actual level 3 weapons, we'll probably just collect the weapons as fast as we can, because the more weapons we get, the easier it'll be, right? Alright. Oh, it's this one. Okay, so this is the new one I may have mentioned before. A large number of enemies are advancing to the places. So, at first it looks like they're gonna do something really bad if they get there, but that's not gonna actually happen if we get the right stuff set up. I don't know why I did that. I'm supposed to try farming up some troops here. Let's do that instead. Anyway, just kill all the different individual enemies known as the magic stash troops, and that allows you to weaken the enemies' captains. And then they will no longer advance towards the base because, so reason they are idiots. Although you think they would advance to the base, they never actually reach there in time as long as you do the right stuff. By the way, West Town Keep, the one I need, I think is actually this one I'm going to right now, which would be good because we could just get the item out of the way right away. Okay. Got the insta-kill this time. Oh, good grief, I just realized. Because Sheik is lightning element, she has super weakness against those moblins, and what I mean by that is it's effectively a hidden mechanic that not a lot of people know about. It's easiest to show as basically a paper, rock, scissors mechanic. If you use the right type of element on the right type of character, it'll sometimes deal more damage than usual. Because apparently they are weak, those moblins are weak to the lightning element, even more damage was done. Heroes also have that effect, though sometimes it's not always the same. Some of them may have no weaknesses, others will just strong. In general, it really is up to the game to decide how powerful they'll be. But one thing I do need to do is make sure that I weaken all of them so that they won't get too close to us. Too late for that. Alright, no. I actually didn't see if I broke the pawn in there. And that is an important probably, a live food, so I should probably check to make sure I actually broke it or not. And Ravio's appeared again. In a later patch, they should really change it to have... Nintendo needs to eventually make a patch to fix out this correction right here to say make Ravio your ally instead. Because I don't know why it says Link every single time, because that isn't Link, just so you know. That is Ravio. Okay, that confirms we've already collected that. I'm sorry, I forget stuff a lot, so that's what happens sometimes, so I need to make sure that I did other stuff. Alright. Alright, there we go. You're an obstacle. Obstacles must be removed, I assume you understand. Alright. Okay. And fire is gone. Just like that. Alright. Okay. That's good. After that. We get the Dean King's frame from that battle. Okay. Alright, now we kind of just choose whichever route we want. No ice rod in our way, so I think we could just go here. Let's start going towards that. Ooh, decisive plan. Decisive plan returns. We've heard of this quite a bit. These missions tend to be really easy once you get the hang of it. All you do is hit an enemy until it splits. And then you, attack the others using something else, and then you kind of just destroy them. These missions tend to be very quick. I'll just use this to make it slightly easier. A reason not to use Magic Fountain Plus out of these missions, in my opinion. Alright, and they're all gone. Looks like I don't have the food drop from Ravio yet. I guess if I ever get a special food that Ravio can drop, maybe I could farm that here. Not right now, though. That'll probably happen way later in the game. Because I still have to get all the food before that'll happen. But yeah, I'm just trying to get as many 4+ weapons as I possibly can, and it makes sense probably to just do the ones on the easier side of the map if I can first, then do the ones on the harder side of the map afterwards. Oh, this one again. Hunt down and defeat your foes has popped up quite a bit. This first, and then so I can get the item, I'll use Tingle as well. I'll actually switch him to a better weapon just to make sure it's not using a crappy one. Oh, this is tricky. One of the ones all the ones before this are orange, and then suddenly the level 4 map gets upgraded to red. Wait, what the heck? Here I thought the map was easy, but nope, I guess not. Game just wants to be more chillier, I guess. I'm not afraid of red maps, though. I've probably already done hundreds of them right now. What the heck? No, I did not want to switch. Honestly, I don't care about what happens here. I'm already super close to Bonchu. May as well take out the other nurses first. Oh, hello. Look at this first, it seems. Okay, now it's moving. Alright. Dang it, really? Even with all that setup, it was not enough. Just barely not enough. This tells me I should probably actually use Magic Fountain Plus on the next two. Just for extra safety. Yes, I don't care enough choose to protect all of them. I'd be cool to do some occasionally. Okay, got him back up. Not fast enough. Alright. Just take him out until he's dead. Barely not enough a second time around. Alright. At least we took out the prison. Now to take out the remaining boss. Alright. Right. Alright, they're all gone. Nice. don't think we used this yet. Why not? Warp to the other world. Okay. Oh, right, I forgot about this one. Now Link gets weapon other than 4+ next. I mean, other than his Master Sword, of course. Okay, well, other than that, guys, that's going to be it for now. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you enjoy, rate, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!